It all started on a quiet street, in a small, dusty room, where a boy named Arham lay on his bed, staring at the ceiling. The sunlight sneaked through the curtains, painting streaks across the walls. But Arham barely noticed. His mind was heavy with excuses. I'll start tomorrow. Just 5 more minutes. Maybe I'm not made for more. These thoughts had become his lullaby, and laziness had become his identity. Every day felt the same. Wake up late, rush through meals, postpone homework, delay dreams. His friends called him lazy. His teachers sighed at his lack of effort. Even his own family seemed to have given up, offering soft words of encouragement that he never really believed. Arham felt trapped, as if he was moving in circles, never forward, never enough. He wanted to change. Sometimes, but the weight of fear of failure, fear of hard work, pinned him down. He watched others succeed, achieving milestones that seemed impossible to him. The world moved, and he remained still. Yet deep inside, a quiet voice whispered, "You're capable, if only you try." But he ignored it, drowning it in comfort, in the illusion that tomorrow was always closer than it really was. Then came the day that changed everything. Arham's school announced a big competition, a challenge that required courage, discipline, and hard work. The prize was a scholarship, something that could completely change the life of a young boy from a humble home. His friends prepared, trained, and practiced. They smiled confidently, sharing dreams of victory. Arham wanted to join, but the familiar excuses emerged, louder than ever. "I'm too lazy, too slow. I'll fail anyway." But that night, Arham couldn't sleep. He saw himself in the future, still the same boy, still trapped in regret, watching opportunities pass by. He imagined the pride in his parents' eyes, and how he had let them down countless times. His chest tightened. That silence in his heart became louder than any excuse. He whispered to himself, "If I don't try now, when will I?" And for the first time, the fear of regret outweighed the fear of failure. The next morning, Arham woke up earlier than he had in years. He washed his face, tightened his shoelaces, and stepped out, not knowing if he could do it, but determined to try. The first days were brutal. Every muscle ached. Every mistake reminded him of his old habits. But he refused to quit. Step by step, effort by effort, he began to change. Arham discovered the power of routine, of discipline. He learned that laziness is not weakness, it's a choice. And choices, if repeated, shape a person's destiny. He faced humiliation, failure, and exhaustion, but he faced them anyway. His friends noticed the change. His teachers smiled with quiet approval. And slowly, the boy who once feared effort began to feel pride in his sweat, joy in his struggle, and hope in his persistence. Then came the turning point. On the day of the competition, Arham stood trembling, surrounded by confident peers. Doubts whispered in his ear, "You're not ready. You'll fail." But he remembered every early morning, every small victory, every moment he chose effort over ease. With a deep breath, he focused and gave his best performance. When the results were announced, Arham's name shone at the top. He had won not just the scholarship, but proof that he could change, that he could rise above his old self. Tears rolled down his cheeks, not from victory alone, but from the realization that he had broken the chains of laziness that had held him for so long. From that day on, Arham was different. Not because success had made him, but because struggle had transformed him. He learned that effort is the bridge between dreams and reality, that every person has the power to rewrite their story, to challenge their fears, and to rise beyond their limitations. Laziness, he realized, is not a permanent label, it's a habit, and habits can be broken. The moral of Arham's journey is simple yet profound. Your life will only change when you decide to step out of comfort, confront your weaknesses, and take action, no matter how small. Waiting for tomorrow only steals today, and as Arham learned, every struggle carries a lesson, every failure a step forward, and every effort a spark that can ignite an unstoppable fire within. So if you've been hiding in excuses, if you've been waiting for motivation to find you, remember, tease the power to change, to prove yourself, to overcome your laziness. It already exists within you. Take the first step today. Act, struggle, Rise. And in that moment, you will realize you were never lazy. You were just waiting for courage to wake up. Your story begins the moment you decide to start. Don't wait. Start now.